Oh, you have reached episode 37 of Breadcrumbs, a podcast for people who know it's not working. This is the YouTube cut. What you're about to receive is a condensed version of the full episode. And once you have watched this YouTube cut, if you want to see the full episode, please click the link below. Join the Breadcrumbs community as a standard member. It only costs $10 per month. And what you get is a bundle of free gifts, which are valued more than $20. Plus, you get all the complete episodes of Breadcrumbs, the full video versions. Plus, you get direct email access to me so you can deepen the conversation. And you get all the supporting research that I use to put these episodes together. So enjoy this YouTube cut. And if you'd like to see more, click the link below. And I'll see you next time in the conversation. By replicating reality based on our perception, the best thinking can do is produce a construct that actually aligns with reality. But that's the best. The tragedy of our human experience is our perceptions usually don't align with reality. And so, some important examples that we can all sink our teeth in. There used to be a time, for centuries, that humans used to think that the earth existed at the center of the universe. Astronomers, great thinkers would look up in the sky and they followed the patterns of the stars and the sun and the moon, and they assumed for centuries we are at the center of the universe and everything is revolving around us. Okay. Then there was a guy named Nicholas Copernicus. He's a Polish astronomer and mathematician. And he was perplexed because while he could see the pattern of the stars moving and the sun moving and the moon moving, there was always a wobble that was unexplained. And star watchers and sky watchers for centuries had acknowledged that there's a wobble in what we could see. So what's that wobble all about? Well, Copernicus used mathematics to explain the wobble. It wasn't that the Earth was at the center and the sun and the moon and all the stars were revolving around the Earth. It was two things. Not only was the Earth revolving around the sun, but the Earth was revolving on its own axis. It was the combination of the revolution of the Earth on its own axis as it was revolving around the sun that created the wobble. So Copernicus was able to prove it wasn't that the Earth is at the center of the universe. It was the fact that the Earth revolved around the sun. And not only revolved around the sun, but revolved around its own axis. And that leads us to breadcrumb number 6. Reality exists independent of our perception. So yeah, for hundreds of years, for centuries, our perception was the Earth is at the center of the universe. The fact that Copernicus actually proved that wasn't true did not change reality. Reality, all that time that we perceived the Earth at the center of the universe, the Earth was revolving around the sun. So that's an important thing to understand. Our perception doesn't define reality. Reality exists outside of our perception. In fact, the best our perception can do is actually get reality right. Another example where we've created a construct based on our perception that proved to be untrue is at the core of the scientific method. Scientists for years found the meaning of things in the universe was derived through reducing phenomena down to its smallest part. Yeah. And we squeezed and squeezed and squeezed until we got down to something called a quark, which is even smaller than an electron. And over the last few years, after centuries of scientists saying that you could find meaning by isolating things and reducing it down to the smallest part. Did they finally realize that meaning is not found in isolation at its smallest part? Meaning is found in how phenomena interacts and interconnects with reality. And in fact, we now realize through scientific method that everything is interconnected. Okay. So once again, we created this massive construct based on our perception that we can understand what an electron is by isolating it and examining it by itself. No, we can't. We can't. A third one, and this is in our everyday lives, the pervasive economic construct is free market capitalism. Okay. But for free market capitalism to work, the economy must always grow. As soon as the economy stops growing, we have recessions, we have depressions. It's a hot mess. So, in order for capitalism to produce prosperity, the economy must always grow. Well, the reality of the situation is the earth is a finite resource planet. And because capitalism has to always grow, we are exceeding the resource capacity of the earth. Now, Kevin, what are you talking about? Okay, what I'm talking about is based on the current economy having to grow over the last 250 years since capitalism became the pervasive economic construct, we have extracted so much natural resource out of the earth that we extract more than the earth can replenish per year. And in fact, there's a metric called Earth Overshoot Day. And it's the day of the year that we've extracted a full year's natural resource from the earth. And the 2025 Earth Overshoot Day is July 24th. And what that means is for every day after July 24th that we are extracting resource, we are drawing down natural resources that will be available for future generations. Which leads us to breadcrumb number 8. The best estimates indicate, based on our current use, that we will exhaust global oil reserves by 2059. Well, you've reached the end of this YouTube cut for episode 37 of Breadcrumbs, a podcast for people who know it's not working. If you've enjoyed this condensed version and want to see the full video version, please click the link below. Join the Breadcrumbs community as a standard member. The cost is only $10 a month, and you get not only all the full complete episode video versions, but you get a bundle of free gifts that are valued at $20, and you get free email access to me so we can deepen the conversation. Plus, you get all the research I use to put these episodes together. So, join the community, click the link below, and I'll see you next time in the conversation.